Happy 4th of July weekend. Saturday is Independence Day, and we will get to celebrate our freedom and the heroes, the everyday, ordinary men and women who have served and continue to serve in extraordinary ways to secure and preserve our freedom. Their sacrifices definitely deserve to be celebrated, and they deserve to be honored, and we should not take them for granted. I know that I love my freedom. I love these celebrations of freedom, getting together with friends, fantastic food. I love the fireworks. I celebrate the freedom just to be able to get in my car and drive pretty much anywhere, anytime, except New York City right now, if you're from Iowa. Sorry, too soon. This year, I know it feels like some of our freedoms are being restricted, and that doesn't feel good. I know we're also being reminded that freedom has long been restricted for many of our friends and family, people of color. And that doesn't feel good either. It's not good. But I want to encourage you to remember that we, as followers of Jesus, have a different freedom, a freedom that cannot and will not ever be restricted. We have freedom in Christ. Paul actually writes about this when he writes to the Galatians, and he writes to us too. And he says this, he says, you were running a really good race. And he asks, who cut in on you and threw you off course? And he says, don't worry about it. God will be sure to take care of whoever or whatever it is that cut in on you. But as for you, church, followers of Jesus, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. Remember, Jesus set us free from sin and judgment, condemnation. He set us free for freedom, and that will not be taken from us. And then he says this, but don't use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself. If you bite and devour each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. So I say, walk by the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And against such things there is no law. I was reminded of this freedom in Christ when my neighbor walked over a little bit earlier today and asked if he could cut down these 7-foot tall thistles that were growing just on the other side of the fence, just beyond my garden. He said that last year a bunch of these thistles grew up and they flowered and they went to seed and it caused a real mess. I was like, yeah, have at it. He asked permission to help me with something I had no idea I needed help with. This is the freedom in Christ. I had to, right in the moment, celebrate his humility and his kindness and his goodness to me, keeping me from a mess. I celebrate his freedom. And Paul encourages us right now in this time, in this moment, hey, don't let a virus, biological or social, individual or systemic, define us. Let's not let differences of opinions, ideologies, or doctrines tear us apart. Instead, let's choose our commitment to freedom in Christ to be what we're known for. We are free to receive his blessing, his grace, his forgiveness, his love, his joy, his peace, and then to freely share that with others as we humbly serve. So I just want to encourage you right now. Go find some fireworks, find some good friends this weekend, get some good food, and then let's celebrate without limits and stand in the freedom that we have in Christ every day until this freedom is celebrated everywhere by everyone. Have a great Independence Day.